Hey guys, welcome back. So the video angle is so much closer than I thought. Hold on. I'm playing around with a new angle with a new setup, so be patient with me today. Thank you for joining me. Say hey to me if you're in here. Hold on, I just got an alert from my Wi-Fi. Let me see what that's about. Uh, is my stream okay? Let me know. Hello. Welcome back, guys. I got 70 of you in here already. That's awesome. Thank you for coming to the Sunday Live. Okay, that number jumped to 100. Hey. Hey, Jennifer. I forgot to take you off as moderator. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind being a moderator for another day, maybe. Sorry about that. But yes, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining me and welcome. We're going to go through all of the zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces. I'd like to say these are quickie readings, but if you've been following me, you know that they're not quick. So I don't mean for them to take so long, but you know, what can you do? Spirit's got a lot to say. You got to say it, right? So yes, welcome. My page has grown so immensely over the past month, almost 20,000 subscribers to be exact. So it's just amazing. And I want to say thank you. And I'm so close to my next goal, which is 90,000. And when I reach 90,000, I'm going to do a giveaway to say thank you. So, yes, we're almost there. Isn't that great? I had my first video ever to hit 100,000 views. And I was so humbled by that because I never thought in a million years that I would be able to be connected with that many people at once. So it's amazing, and I'm loving every second of it, and I love connecting with all of you. And I would do tarot whether one person watched or 1,000 people watched or 100,000. I love tarot, so it really doesn't matter, but it's really humbling and it's really awesome, and so thank you. Long story short. Anyways, so today I'm going to use some Law of Attraction cards. All right, and then I'm going to use the Numinous deck. Am I going to use this? No, I don't think I'm going to use this one. Then I am going to use the Light Seers Tarot for your energy. Okay. And I thought it'd be fun to get the Sexual Tarot out for the person you might be dealing with, because I haven't used that one in a while, and that's one of my OG favorites, the Sexual Tarot. The cards are a little naughty, so I can't really show all of them to you. But yeah, we'll do that for the person you might be dealing with. And yes, I got a new table. I got a new setup, kind of by default when I was doing Sagittarius's reading. First of all, Sagittarius, I couldn't make up that reading if I wanted to. My table broke. My original table broke in the middle of the reading, like totally collapsed. And I've only had that happen once before, and it was last year during a Leo reading. And then I noticed so as I stopped the video to clean it up, and I don't believe in coincidences, guys. So if something happens during a reading and I'm asking for messages, then to me, that's just even more of a sign of what's going on, right? So as I was picking up the cards when I had the video on hold, I noticed that I only had half of my deck. I had done readings earlier that day and somehow divided my deck up and left half of it on another table. So thank God that the table did break, because I wouldn't have been able to give you a full reading without my full deck of cards. And so I think the message for Sagittarius really was that sometimes divine intervention can feel scary, but it's actually, so that you can find what you've been looking for. So anyways, long story short, that's how I ended up with a new table. But I have been wanting a table where I could show my cards more, so it worked out. Yeah, what do you do? All right. Otherwise, I hope life has been treating all of you good. I know we're in a retrograde right now, so it can be a little dicey, the energy, which this whole year's been dicey. So it's like at this point, you know, who cares? I'm over it. You know, I'm over the drama. I'm over 2020. I'm over it. So in my mind, I've already put myself in 2021, and I'm just staying peaceful and drama free, and keeping my mind on myself and no one else, and it's really quite nice, you know. It's nice to kind of shut it off, right? So that's what I've been doing. So let's get started, right? Hey, welcome back, girl. Yeah, nothing but positive vibes. We don't have to wait for 2021 for that to be here. It can be here right now as soon as we decide that it's here for us. That's the greatest thing about free will. You can find happiness anywhere, in anything, in any situation, no matter how dire, no matter how crazy it seems. That's a choice. I just simply woke up one day, maybe about a month ago, and I decided, you know what, I can't control anything else or anyone else, so I'm just going to get really, really happy with where I'm at right now, and it'll fall into place. And let me tell you, this has been the best month of the year so far. Not because anything changed outside of me, but because I changed my mind about it. Isn't that great? That's how it works. You can do that too. You can do that too. We all can do that. Aries, I've got my cards ready for you. I'm asking for guidance from my spirit guide and all of the archangels, universe, give us the messages for the highest good of all of those who are drawn to watch this. I have already staged my room, and we're going to do this, okay? So, Aries. Hey, Carmen, you made it just in time. Aries. So Aries, you have the 12th house here of surrender. This is all about your subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness. All right. It talks about the baggage that we carry with us that is no good to us, right? So that's something that needs to be released during this time frame, and that's going to be different as to what that baggage is for all of you, but we'll get into the details, right? This is about the unseen, healing, spiritual, and then again, it comes with like a release type of energy. For some of you, it's guilt. For some of you, forgiveness. For some of you, it's resentment. There's something here to do with that, okay, that you're being encouraged to let go of this upcoming week. You know, if there's been a struggle, an internal struggle, or a struggle with another person, it's just saying if the struggle will stop when you decide that it is over. Okay, the struggle will stop when you stop giving it focus, giving it attention. Okay, so if there has been something like that going on, Aries, then that's what's being encouraged for this upcoming week. And that could be related to you or someone you're dealing with, but I find it as you. The only thing I don't really care about these cards, they're new and they don't shuffle very well yet. There we go. And then your other card says that my most important relationship is with my source, okay? So this card is talking about that there's really no relationship there's really no relationship that is of greater importance in your life than the relationship that you have with yourself. Because that is what creates every single external relationship in your life, if you will. So the relationship with self is directly related to the way that you interact and what kinds of relationships that you pull into you in the current moment, all right? So if you had been Aries, some of you may have been thinking about another person before yourself, whether in the past or in the present, and that's got to stop, because this is saying you're overgiving to a situation or to a person, and you need to give to yourself for a little bit, all right? Or you're giving too much of your time or focus or attention, okay, to something external to you rather than internal. So, if you're waiting for things to fall into place for you, then the encouragement from universe is to draw some attention, that attention into yourself this upcoming week. Okay, so you already had some cards come out here. Four of Pentacles, the Wheel, Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So Aries, it could feel like there have been misfortunate events, okay, in the recent past or in the present energy, all right? But the thing about this is it's all part of the life cycle, okay? It's growth, it's creating growth, and it may not feel like that right now, right? Because you're kind of struggling to let go, and that's okay. Because I see that you're holding on a lot, you know. But there is emotional well-being here for you, okay? And it's all in the way that you're thinking about it, Aries. It's all in the way that you're running it through your mind. Your perception, if you will. So I do feel a bit of an emotional energy here, Aries, of and really running, like I said, things through your mind here. It's almost like things come to a bit of a stop or a halt here, but it's so that you can collect yourself emotionally and get your mind right, because I feel like that's what's needed. And there's a need to place some focus on yourself. Okay, so if you've been getting caught up in everything but yourself, that's not bad. That's okay. You're not being punished or anything. This is just saying it's time to take a time out here. You know, just really mull it over. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Because you're a bit guarded this week, Aries. You're a bit guarded in this energy. So let's see the person that you may be connecting with, what their energy is. Aries. We have the Nine of Swords, this person's energy. So this is stress, this is anxiety, this is painful thoughts. The Ten of Swords, there's some sort of ending over here. Whoa, and then the Tower, surprise, surprise, and then the Four of Cups. Wow. Okay. So Aries, the person that you're connecting with has, I mean, to say a lot going on would be like a very far cry from an understatement. This person is experiencing something that is painful to them, and it's almost like they expect the worst. This person does not have a good relationship with themselves, okay? If you remember the initial message at the beginning of the reading was that the relationship with themselves or yourself has to come first, and I don't see that this person was doing that, because they felt like or feel like that they are being punished for some reason. And they're not. That's just their perception, but it feels real to them. It feels out of control to them. It feels like they can't trust. It feels like things are painful. I'm like getting emotional. This person, they have not forgiven themselves. Oh my God. Aries. So I don't mean to get emotional for your side. I almost said your side piece. Some of you maybe. I don't mean to get emotional for the person that you're connecting with. And it could very well be that you've had an ending here with this person, because I see an ending. But it could be totally unrelated to you. This person just could have a ton of shit going on in their life. And I feel really overwhelmed. Okay, I feel like this person's out of touch with their inner being. They're being pulled into their shadow self, and that creates like unpredictable energy here. All right, they're getting, instead of getting aligned, they're getting angry, or they're getting more unstable here. And it could be because they heard something, or there's gossip, or just other people involved, and other people have something to say, and yet that's getting to this person. And this person may be in need of forgiveness, okay, either from you or themselves. I felt in your energy, Aries, that you were getting emotionally enlightened, okay, and that you were guarded here, okay? So I feel that you could feel that this person is misfortunate. And so you kind of block yourself from them, or you don't really open up fully, okay? Or they could feel that way about this connection. But this person's just going through a struggle. I don't know how else to say that. If you're able to give empathy and you feel empathy for this person, I think they would really benefit from it this week. But if you don't have that relationship with this person, you don't have that kind of connection, then focus on your well-being, okay? Focus on yourself, because this person needs to do some inner work on their own, all right? So not your baggage to carry necessarily, but easier said than done, right? Yeah. Well, that's one way to get us started, Aries. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. So, yeah. Focus on your emotional well-being, Aries. If you're at peace with yourself, then it just helps you. It just helps you. Softens the blow a bit, right? If you have that cushion, so to speak, of self-love. All right, so zodiac signs you could be dealing with is Scorpio for sure. But I have Aquarius and Taurus and Leo and Cancer and Pisces and Gemini and Libra. We are in a retrograde right now. So this too shall pass if you're the cross watcher. And if you're the Aries, really, honestly, both of you. Okay. And I have the song 1950 in my head, but honestly, that song has been in my head for almost 2 weeks now on repeat. The song 1950 by King Princess. Like literally, I wake up with it in my head. I go to sleep with it in my head. It's in my head every day. But Aries, go check that song out maybe. Okay. Whew. Sweaty. Taurus. What is a cross watcher? What are you, brand new to tarot? It's your first day on tarot, Stephanie? A cross watcher is when you watch someone else's zodiac sign to try and get insight into what's going on in their life. That's what it is. And a lot of people do it. I would guess like 99% of people do it, but maybe 50% admit it. Because we're nosy. We're just curious human beings, you know? We can't help it. But anyways. So Taurus. I hold no judgment here. All right, Taurus. Oh, wow. Whoa, okay. So you have Saturn, Mercury, and the square, and it came out in the reverse. I only meant to get one card. So I feel like there might be some challenges in communication this upcoming week, but this is saying, you know, you weren't born yesterday, Taurus. You was not born yesterday. Did that sentence come out right? You were not born yesterday. So you have the ability, and as a Taurus, I think it is most definitely one of your best traits is that you have the ability to really stay committed and disciplined to what it is that you have your mindset on. All right, so I feel like you have the self-control and the maturity to be able to handle whatever comes your way this upcoming week. There might be some difficult communication or a bit of a challenge here. We are in a retrograde. You might have computer problems or phone problems, or it's to deal with anything to deal with communication. And that includes internet, that includes social media, that includes text message, phone calls, your online computer, whatever. So it could be a little bit frustrating, but you have the self-control to pull from here, Taurus. So let's see. Man, my nose keeps itching. All right, so you have the essence of my every desire can be fulfilled. This is saying, Taurus, if you have an inspiration or a desire within you, it is the absolute promise that you also have the ability to manifest it. Hear that again. If you have a desire or inspiration within you, then that means that you already have all of the tools to manifest it. So what would stop you from manifesting then? Lack of understanding that, possibly. Lack of belief in yourself, lack of belief that you can have it for some of you. Those are just a few examples. But there's something here that's inspiring to you, and it may be coming from a really challenging situation that you had to kind of grow up in, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the situation was, it caused you to grow up, to be wiser, to be more self-controlled, right? Because you had to be self-controlled because if you weren't, then that would have created more issues, would have created more challenges, or will. Okay, so keep that in mind this upcoming week. Man, your cards flew out. Okay, so then we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Cups here, the Ace of Pentacles. One more card. The Hermit. So I feel like Taurus, you're really dissatisfied with either someone or something, I can't, and it might be a real big challenge for you not to say what you're thinking. And you know what, Taurus, you're a fixed sign. So when you have a belief or when you have an opinion or you have your mindset on something, goodness gracious, you're not going to change it. So there's something here you're dissatisfied with, but it's like this week, Taurus, you'll find a reason to just be like, you know what? Throw my hands up, not my problem. Like you may feel a really strong urge to say what you want to say, but it'll just bring more conflict. Some of you are going to go with the urge. I'm not saying that's wrong, but you're not really going to get the outcome that you want. You're just going to get more defensiveness. Some of you are going to control that, and then you get a new opportunity here. This is saying like, you know what? Hold up. Take a time out. Where do you really want to put your energy, right? Where do you really want to put your focus? Because if we thought of time and energy the way we think of money, okay, we'd be a lot more careful with what we were spending it on. So think about it that way. What are you spending your money on, so to speak, when it comes to your focus, when it comes to your attention, when it comes to your time, when it comes to your energy? Are you getting anything fruitful out of that? Are you gaining happiness out of that? If the answer is no, then that's your sign to put your focus elsewhere. All right, so ask yourself those few questions this upcoming week, Taurus. And is it worth it? And I think a lot of you, if you really think about it, you'll decide that not really. I'm just going to let go, let God. And like that act of release brings in something new to put your time and energy and attention on. So there's a lot of reflection going on here. All right. You need to really stop and reflect on emotionally, what do you want? Do you want to be right or do you want to be well? Okay. Because sometimes we have to choose between those two things. So I would say wellness would probably feel better, but you decide that, but take some time out this upcoming week, Taurus. Take some time to reflect on your emotional well-being and why you feel dissatisfied. Try to get to the bottom of that. And I would guess that dissatisfaction is stemming from a belief that you have something that inspired you that you can't attain, but you can attain it. But you can attain it as soon as you get in alignment here. So let's see the person you may be dealing with, Taurus. All right, so they have the Knight of Wands, the Wheel, and then Judgment. So this person is in action mode, okay? They're wanting to take action towards things that make them feel fortunate, that push things forward, all right? This person isn't sitting idly by and waiting. They want action. They want to see action. They want to do action. That's the mode that they're in. They have Judgment here, so I do feel like this person feels obligated. Obligated to what? What's this obligation? Oh, okay. So this person feels obligated to be the one to make the move, to make the action, to take the action, to move towards you or take their own action in their life. It's coming from a sense of obligation, which is really weird. Of course, obligation drives us just as much as any other emotion, but it's not the best emotion to have, because it's like saying, I have to do this instead of I want to do this. And so this person may want to reframe their thinking into want instead of have to, or happy that I can instead of have to. They need to change some of their energy by changing their wording and how they're saying this to themselves. But either way, they want to take action. All right. So they want to see action. They want to move things forward. This person feels a sense of karma within this connection, or there's lessons to be learned. Yeah, but I feel like this person's ready to experience, you know, they want to experience things. They want to have experiences. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to sit around about it. They don't want to take the back seat. They want action, you know? And you're more taking the back seat, so to speak, at least this week, or needing to. So that could be that could really challenge this person because they're in a different energy than you. They could feel very frustrated by that. You know, but good luck trying to move the bowl, you know. Not going to happen. Not until they're ready, not until Taurus decides they're ready, but this person's on ready, okay? So they could, you could be dealing with, let's see, I have air, earth, and water. So particularly Virgo and water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I have, like I said, earth, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It can be any zodiac sign. A general reading. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I'm going to take a second here. Hey, B-Babs. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. I got 592 in here. What's up? If you could stop and give me a like for a second, that would be great. Okay, I had a card fly, and then we're going to go to Gemini. So give me 1 second. I got a pantsuit on today, guys. Which, if you purchase something from my sister's online boutique, that's awesome. But this is the outfit today. Okay. Who leaves their life in their life? Me. Me. That's who. Okay. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini. Okay, that was easy. You have Venus. Oh, and Gemini, your own energy. Imagine that. So here you are showing up in your own reading, Gemini, so that's great. I like that because that lets me know that you're in your power, so to speak, or you have the ability to tap into that and be in alignment this week, which is really lovely. This is about harmony and romance, and it's a very magnetic energy. And Gemini, when you are on point, okay, when you are confident, when you are being yourself, when you're being authentic, you are extremely magnetic. Okay, that's why they call Gemini the social butterfly, because people are drawn to them when they're in the upright, meaning when you're in alignment. Now, if you come into contact with Gemini and they are not in alignment and they are in a very low vibrating energy, you could really get the other side, the other twin. And Gemini, we ain't got to go into that because you know what the other twin looks like. But for the most part, I see you vibing high this week, which is lovely because it's pulling into you this very magnetic energy here. So this says, I can stop attracting the don't wants by attention to do wants. So Gemini, this is a reminder to you that you cannot get rid of everything in the world that bothers you. You can't, because you're here on Earth with millions of other creators that are creating their own experience, and you're going to converge with each other. Even their experience will overlap your experience, and so on and so forth. So you can't get away from that. But what you can do is change the way that you allow it to affect you. That's where your self-control comes in. All right. So no, you cannot get rid of the things that are out there that bother you, but you could change the way that you vibrate with that. You can change the way that you and what degree you allow that to affect you. Okay. I always tell people, if you have achieved well-being, a state of alignment, and you can hold that for a long period of time, you could literally walk around unbothered most of your life. That doesn't mean you're not feeling emotions. It doesn't mean you don't have bad things happen to you, but you have that peace of mind. And as long as you have that peace of mind, it's like everything else is kind of irrelevant. They call that nirvana, when you can achieve that on earth, heaven on earth. I don't know why I told you that, but some of you are working on law of attraction, and so if that message was for you, then you felt that. But okay, so you have the Eight of Wands and then the Empress here. Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So, Gemini, why does my nose itch so bad today? Sorry, guys. Gemini. The good news is there's progression here, communication here, all right, which I already saw that. So when you're in this magnetic energy, you just pull things into you, okay? So like this person, which I feel is you, isn't even trying. Look, they're not even paying attention, and all of this is coming towards them, all right? So you may not see this coming, Gemini, and you can access this energy a lot quicker. If you get really, really focused on your well-being, you'll pull it in faster. But some of you have already been working on that, and you're going to see evidence of it this week, okay? And something that you have been waiting for and being patient with and nurturing, and is already in progress, meaning it's already on its way to you, okay? So some of you wanted that confirmation, and there it is. You've been thinking a lot, right? It's like, do I want the support, or do I want to come together, etc., or do I not? I don't think you really knew in the past what you wanted, and that was kind of blocking you from bringing it in. But you're really getting very clear on what it is that you want at the heart of who you are. What is it that you're searching for? So you're coming to some sort of understanding of that this upcoming week. You know, really thinking about that. I don't see things coming together just yet, but I see it's on its way. Does that make sense? So that could be really frustrating to hear, right? Because you're going to be looking around for evidence all week long, and it's not going to show itself, and then you're going to start to lose faith that what you asked for is coming for you. But this is saying it's coming to you. So just remove that thought, right? What you've asked for has been heard. When you get out of your own way, it will come in. And you are getting out of your own way, all right, by paying attention to yourself and nurturing yourself. And things may not come together exactly the way you envisioned it in your mind, Gemini, but it's still progress nonetheless. So let's see what this person's energy is here. Whoever you're connecting with, what is their energy? The Devil. So they have the Devil here. The Six of Wands in the reverse. The Six of Cups. The Four of Cups. So, Gemini, this person is, if you're not giving this person attention, they are getting obsessive. Obsessive, 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 obsessive. Because that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of you have you're not giving attention, whatever, to this person. It could be they, you. But whoever is the one that's not is not giving attention, it is creating almost like an obsession in the other person, or this really toxic energy of, especially if this is intimate. This person loves sexual attention. All right, whether that's from you or other people, or I don't know. They obsess if this is intimate. All right. There's something about the past and things that were said that this person is feeling emotionally. Okay. So it's the sense of not being able to let the past go and what was said and what was done. And okay, so I'm going to punish this person by not giving them attention. That could have been you doing that or them doing that. And this person at the same time misses the past. They miss how things were. You know, they may have regrets over things that were said, and or you do, because all of this can be interchangeable, but there's a lack of attention here. This person could be obsessively thinking of ways to get attention from other people or you. This person bothers you. Oh, okay. So now I see. So at the beginning of the reading, what did I say? You cannot rid the world of things and people that bother you. This person bothers you. All right. So the energy is here. No, you have to share the world with this person, but that doesn't mean you have to share your world or your energy. It could be your perception of this connection that you need to let go of, possibly, but yeah. And if it's not you bothered by this person, then they're bothering their own inner peace by constantly looking back at the past, constantly looking at what was said, constantly looking at, okay, I didn't get that, but I wanted that. And that's, you know, like constantly doing this. They really are being their own worst enemy over here, you know. I have Miss You Much by Janet Jackson playing in my head. I haven't heard that song in a while. Hey, I really miss you much. All right. Oh, now the rest of us playing. Tell your mama and tell your friends. I can tell anyone that I can comprehend, baby. Janet was the queen. Not was, is. Man, I had all of her videos. Oh, whatever. It's not about me. Anyways, you might want to check out that song. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, obviously. Another Gemini here. Leo's here. Could be Aquarius. Could be Libra. Taurus. Aries. Sagittarius are the predominant zodiac signs, and Scorpio. Send it in a letter, baby, tell you on the phone. I'm not the kind of girl who likes to be alone. I feel like we need to do the dance that goes with it. Don't just ignore my dorkiness. I can't help it. You know the dance that they do in Rhythm Nation? I watched that video so many times when I was like 13 or something that I learned the entire dance. And then the dance that she does to If, I learned all of that. And then I performed it at school. Little fun fact. Yeah, I did. I wonder if I could find that video. If I could find it, I would probably upload it on YouTube. It's hilarious. Are those contact lenses or my real eyes? God, I hope they're my real eyes. It's my real eyes. I can't wear contacts because they irritate my eyeballs. I used to try and wear contacts because I really can't see very far. I really need glasses, but I don't wear them. But they're too irritating. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so, Cancer. So, Cancer, you have the sextile opportunity in the 12th house of surrender. Aries also had this card. You certainly could be connecting with them. For others of you, this just talks about, you know what, there's an opportunity here, Cancer, and things that can open up for you, possibilities that are available to you. But if you don't cultivate those, then they stay just that, possibilities. So it's kind of like, do you want to put some energy or effort towards this or not? If you don't, then they'll just stay potentials. But if you do, then you have some opportunities opening up to you this week that could really bring you some insight, or an opportunity to collaborate for some of you. There's some sort of internal struggle here going on, though, and it could be in a different area of your life, or related to the same, but I'm actually seeing this as a different area, where there's still some baggage here, okay? Still some things that you're carrying around here that you have room for improvement or development with. So let's see what that's about. Then you have, should I leave or should I stay? Didn't you get this last week? Should I leave or should I stay? Yes. Some of you, this could be in regards to career, relationship, a family situation, but some of you have a new opportunity, but you have to give up something to get that opportunity. Or I shouldn't say you have to give up something to get something, but you are thinking of it that way, possibly. But it's very empowering, I think, to discover that your patterns of thought do not have to follow your current situation, okay? So this is saying come into alignment with what you want first, then you decide what your next action is. Some of you might be tempted to just kind of wing it, you know, and throw yourself into something without actually coming to the conclusion as to whether you really want that or not. So this is saying whether you choose this or not, first think about what it is that you're actually desiring, if that makes sense. So let's see. Wow, your cards are flying out. At least with this new setup, you can see how crazy my cards come out. All right, 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, the Strength card. And I'm not like aggressively shuffling these guys. They got a mind of their own, I'm telling you. All right, then you have the Wheel, the 5 of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Wands. So I didn't mean to get that many cards, but Cancer, this is really nice because I think that it's time to let go of whatever this hurt is. And you know that. And yet, for some reason, you still have a little bit of hard time releasing that baggage. But you know that when you do, there's another opportunity. So you're really getting firm in what it is that you want because now you know what you don't want, right? And I think that you're ready to turn the page here. And this week has a lot of emotional fulfillment in it, a lot of great energy to tap into. This is saying you're ready to take action. You know what you desire, all right? You're confident enough to have it. You're feeling emotionally well. If you had been worried, stuck in your head, stressing out, you're letting that go. You're letting that go, okay? So I feel like, yeah, there was hurt here. For some of you, I think this is within love or a family dynamic, but it could be in any area of your life. There was emotional pain here. For some of you, physical pain is what I heard. But the tide is turning, so to speak, right? So it's like, well, I just can't think about it anymore. I just don't want to think about it anymore. And when you get to that point where you're just so sick of yourself almost because because you're just done, you're just tired, you just don't want to think about it anymore. When you get to that point, that almost feels like a breaking point, but that is the point in which you let go. It's like the momentum gets more and more and more until you just are done. And then when you make that statement, then you're done and it's over and there's another opportunity. So stay confident in yourself here. Whatever this is that's stressing you out, you'll get alleviated from that, I feel. Not forever and ever in a day. You know, as long as you continue to be human, you're going to continue to run into things that you feel are challenging, and that's fine. But for this week, you get a reprieve, you alleviate yourself from needing to think about it anymore, needing to do anything about it anymore, needing to do anything other than get really, really happy with where you're at and take some sort of action here. All right, so even though your current situation isn't ideal, I think that your hopes for the future or where this is headed is stronger than the current reality for some of you. And that's exactly where you need to be. That is exactly where you need to be. Some people call that wishful thinking. Like, oh, you're just wishful thinking. Look around you. Things suck. How could you be so naive? How could you be so optimistic? Because what good does it do you to be a realist? What good does it do you to think that there are no possibilities and nothing better coming? That lacks faith. That lacks enthusiasm. That doesn't feel good. So if you have to create every day that you wake up and you're a human being on earth, then why not create happiness, hope, optimism, things to be excited about? It's your choice. You can be excited from anywhere. Let me tell you, Cancer, I was broker than broke in my early 20s, a single mom. I had a little house that we rented. It wasn't much. It was right next to the railroad tracks. In fact, when the train would go by, the whole house would shake because it was so close to the house. And I guess, like, in most people's eyes, they would view that and they would be like, wow, that seems like a struggle. That seems really terrible. But I'm telling you, I had just as much enjoyment in my life then that I have now. Because I couldn't help the circumstances I was in, but you just have to find joy in what you have. And when you find joy in what you have and gratitude in what you have, it pulls more towards you. It pulls more towards you. It's just get happy with what you have right now, even if it doesn't seem like what you want. I even grew to love that train that woke me up at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. every night. This big old freight train would go past my little tiny house. It would shake the windows. Sometimes it would make alarms go off at 3 a.m. And yet, somehow, I missed hearing the train when I moved out of that house. So I even found joy in the annoyance. So I hope that gives you some encouragement, Cancer. You know, because some of you have been quite moody. You haven't been able to see that. All right? You haven't been able to see that possibility for yourself. But you can now. All right, so Ace of Swords. This is the person you're connecting with. So the person you're connecting with is working on themselves, absolutely. They're feeling emotionally confident about what they know to be true. All right, this person is gaining some insight this upcoming week. They're not really expressing what they're feeling, I don't think. They are, but nonetheless, there's feelings here, okay, in case you're wondering. but they're more focused towards themselves and their independence and their themselves, you know? This person may be a little bit emotionally unavailable this week. But I don't see like negative intentions. I don't see like really icky energy. So, I think that this person is just trying to focus on um, their well being, to be honest with you. And they're trying to be emotionally mature about a situation um, as best as they know how. Yeah. This person may need to work on their physical health because I just had an extreme wave of nausea come over me. So, and I don't do health readings, but I can't deny that that message came through. So, if so, then they definitely need to be checking on their well-being. For some of them, it's their mental well-being, but it's showing up as a physical ailment. But it's temporary. It's small. It's like it comes in waves, I think, with this person. I don't know why that's important, but it is. It could be affecting their emotional well-being. But I actually see that they're doing okay this week, okay? Because they've got some clarity here. They're comfortable with where they're at, that's for sure. And I don't see them taking action, just being comfortable with where they're at. So why not get real comfortable with where you're at? So, Sagittarius energy here, Leo energy, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I say Gemini and Libra. It's all air, water, fire. I got 755 in here. All right. Whew. I don't know why it's so stinking hot in here. All right, so that was Cancer. On to Leo. Woo, almost dropped that. I got this as a gift. I don't know. I have ADD. I got this as a gift. Isn't it so cute? It's so heavy. Like, it looks so small, but this thing is really, really heavy. It's an elephant. It's a bronze elephant. Was your old house white with green shutters? Actually, yes, it was. Then they repainted it. The house was built in like the 1900s, and it had an old cellar in it. Then I was terrified of the basement because it was terrifying, and there was like an escape hatch even. But first of all, I couldn't afford anything else, and second of all, I just thought it was adorable. It was like, it looked like a little farmhouse, but it was right next to the railroad tracks, and I didn't think about the train until after I moved in. And then I loved that it was a white house, and that within 3 months of living there, I left and came home, and my house was blue, and the ugliest color blue I've ever seen in my life. My landlords made a decision to paint the house blue without telling the tenants. I was horrified when I came home, but I didn't own it. I was just renting it, so what could I say? But I was like, oh, my beautiful white house. It was the ugliest color blue, and they thought they were doing something kind for me. They were really nice people. They thought they were sprucing it up for me, and I was just heartbroken. Heartbroken. They painted my house blue. And I had to live in it for another year. And I hated the color. um, so, yeah. Thanks for the $1.99. Power of the P. Every time I see your username, I just think, what a great username. Okay. Leo. So it's so funny. Leo, you had the card of opposition, and it came out in the reverse. So talk about opposition. This is all about balance, making conscious decisions, manifesting. This is a really powerful energy. And so I almost want to be like a superhero. When your powers are used for the good of man, you will be fine. But when used for evil, you know, that's dramatic, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a powerful energy of manifestation. So it's like you could do it the right way or the wrong way, but either way, you're going to get the outcome of what you're manifesting. So this is like, get really, really in tune, Leo, with what you want, and get to a space where you feel at peace. You know, because there needs to be some conscious decisions here, some intentional decisions being made this upcoming week. All right. And you could feel a bit conflicted here, but I feel like saying it will pass. Okay. And this is saying I have control over the vibration that I offer. So again, that's what I was just saying, Leo. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come to you, then they will start to come to you. So how do you get to those good feelings? Especially for some of you that have been distant from those good feelings for a long time. It is a lot of work. And you know what? I get this question a lot, Leo, of like, if manifestation is so easy, why isn't everyone doing it? It's because it's not easy. Because it's not easy. It's really hard to tell ourselves positive things when we have evidence of negative things going on around us. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it has to be an intentional effort. It takes intention. It takes commitment. That's why a lot of people don't master it, because they get frustrated with the process and they give up, and then they just go back to the way things were before, and then they realize that doesn't work out, and then they try to manifest again. And so for some people, it's a very vicious cycle here, you know. So this is saying stay committed, Leo, stay committed. Believe that you can have what it is that you're asking for, and you've planted the seeds here. Okay, so now this person is cultivating something that they've already set into motion. So why are you of two minds about it then? Why are you still questioning yourself? You know, because you are on the right path, but then there's this uncertainty here in your emotional self. So I do think that you're needing to see like the bigger picture this upcoming week. I think that you're trying to gain a higher understanding of yourself. This is a really high level message. So I don't expect all of you to get this, because some of you aren't ready to hear this yet. Some of you, this is going right over your head. You don't even know what I'm talking about, because you haven't done enough spiritual work to understand what I'm saying. And I always caution people that come to tarot with no spiritual basis, because it'll just confuse you. So, continue to watch, but FYI, this is for those of you Leos that have attained a certain level of enlightenment, that you are hearing the message that I'm saying to you. Because I feel like a lot of you are looking for enlightenment. And then, you know, here you put the work in, and then you feel like you give and you give and you give, and you're not seeing things come back to you. But that's because you're really, there's this uncertain energy here, Leo, about you're like, this is what I feel. I feel like you're like, okay, I'm giving off the energy that I'm supposed to be giving off, or I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. And where is it? Because I just keep putting more time and energy here, more time and energy, more time and energy, and I'm not seeing that outcome. All right. But it is here. All right. So I feel like, Leo, you're a bit scattered, because I feel scattered in this reading. Okay. There's still like this back and forth here. So when we say, like, let me give you an example, a specific example. When we say that we want love, and we're asking for love, and we're praying for love, and we're telling universe or God or whoever you believe in that you want love, and you want love, and you want love, and I just want love, I just want to feel loved, I want to be loved. And then the very next thought that comes to mind after you set that intention is, I'm scared of being hurt. Ooh, I'm scared of being hurt. What if I get rejected? What if this? What if that? Now you've just planted a seed of doubt after planting a seed of love. Do you see how that could be very confusing? So essentially what you are manifesting is the doubt of love, and the presence of fear, and the reality of rejection. And, you know, you're kind of getting in your own way there. That's just an example, all right? But I'm trying to make it to where you can understand what I'm saying. So stop focusing on the fear, okay? And expect that what you're asking for, if you, and stay focused on what you're asking for, because again, it has to be a continual process where you consistently stay in that energy, and then you'll see some sort of balance. But you're getting more than you're getting right now, and I feel that it's putting you out of balance, but it's because of that seed of doubt here. I feel obligated to give another group of Leos a different message. I don't know why, but I just do. So that's a huge group of you. Most of you that are drawn to me were ready to hear that. Okay, so the other group here, this is saying, and you could be in both, that give it time, be patient. You know, I know that you're doubting the situation, but try and have faith here, and it will come, you know, whatever this is that you are striving for, even though you feel like you're giving more than you're getting for a lot of you. Actually, that was the same message, so whatever. I can't help it. All right. Let's see the person that you are connecting with. They're in the Four of Wands. Are these up? No. Switch those. Four of Wands, the Temperance, and then the Nine of Wands. So I feel like, Leo, the person that you are connecting with, oops, I had one more. Two of Wands. So Leo, the person that you're connecting with is in this energy where they're going back and forth between wanting to be in a self-love state, independent state, versus wanting to be in a commitment. Or it's like wanting to be by themselves, but then wanting to talk, but then they don't want to talk, but then they want to talk. I think this person fears that you are not going to be on the same page with them, Leo, or that you may not understand, or that it will only be one-sided, they won't be heard, something like that. This person could feel like they're the one giving more than they're getting, most definitely. That's funny. That's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's like you think, Leo, you're giving more than this person's giving, and they think that they're giving more than you're giving. So there's an imbalance there in the way that you're seeing each other. And really, both are giving everything they have. It's just one partner has more to give at this moment. That's really all it is. It's not that somebody's trying to slight someone else. It's just that someone literally has the ability to give more, the capacity to give more. People get so offended because they're like, I gave this person everything and they gave me breadcrumbs. Maybe breadcrumbs is all they had and your expectations were too high. Not to put it back on you, but it could be that this person was giving all that they had, or you were, but that was all that you had. So you're going to be mad about that? Maybe it's not what you felt you deserved or they felt they deserved. And then that's their cue to go look for someone else that can give them that, or you. Or to get in alignment with each other and what your expectations are of each other. Does that make sense? Because I feel like this person does want to feel heard or have a conversation for some of you, or be on the same page with you. Okay. So there's lots of fire energy. Could be dealing with another fire sign, Sagittarius in particular, but can be Aries, Leo. I have Pisces here. I have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra. Yeah. Maybe for some of you, what this person has to give you is not enough for you, but that's not, I guess, take the blame off that person and instead recognize that maybe, yes, you do deserve more. So then find it in a person that can provide you that. Okay, that's a few of you that are questioning the connection, and that could be vice versa. All right, so that, I mean, that could resonate with you or the cross watcher. All right. Oh my God, I have 846 people in here. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Okay. So, Virgo. So Virgo, the second house of assets is here. All right. This is all about your material world, your possessions, your finance, how that relates to how worthy you feel, which is really interesting, or how secure you feel, right? And we do this a lot. I get this card a lot with Virgo, this assets card, and it's no surprise, right? Because Virgo, you're all about the practical world. You're all about, the logistics, so to speak. It's like your strong suit, right? So to you, it's like, if it doesn't make practical sense, it doesn't make sense. That's kind of a Virgo's approach to relationships, career, life, whatever. So it's not surprising that this energy is showing up, but just know that whatever you attain in the material world has little to do with your overall worthiness, and a lot to do with how worthy you feel you are. Does that make sense? Oftentimes, people's financial well-being is in connection with their emotional well-being. Not all of the time, because I certainly know a lot of wealthy people that are miserable. But I would say more than not, usually people's financial situation mirrors their emotional self, okay? And so if you've been having issues with finances, or you're looking to improve your finances, as crazy as it sounds, you need to also look at your emotional well-being. And your July reading, Virgo, is all about emotions and moods. So definitely check that reading out, as I think it'll give you further insight. All right, so then this says, I can praise abundance wherever I see it. Oh my gosh, and then feeling negative emotions means I'm launching a request. That is exactly what I just said. I love when the cards cooperate. Can we just look at the back of this card? Can you read that? It said, if you seek financial well being for yourself, you must praise financial well being in others. Do you know what that means? That means when you see somebody doing better than you send them good vibes. You don't get jealous. You don't try to find the fault with what that person did that you didn't do. Because when you do that, what you're saying to the universe is, that person has something that I do not. And then you're making that a reality for yourself. But you do have it, Virgo. You have the ability to create anything you want to create. It's just that that person has accessed it and you have yet to. That's the only difference. So don't look at judgment with other people that are maybe doing well or doing okay. Instead, just be happy for them because you are also doing well and you are also on your way and you also have the ability to create everything that you want that's right for you. And so don't, first of all, if you get mad at seeing someone else do well, that is like the biggest red flag that you are out of alignment. You are 100% out of alignment. If you can't be happy for others, that is your first clue that there's something going on deeper, okay? So some of you, it's because you're feeling emotional. You may not have been feeling in an emotional well-being place. You might have been letting negative emotions and thoughts take over, so to speak. And yeah, so it's a bit of a tense energy here. So this is almost saying, don't beat yourself up for that, okay, Virgo, because I also know how critical you are of yourself. So some of you are like, yeah, I definitely have been in that state, and gosh dang it, I said I wouldn't do this again. And you're starting this self-hate talk, or like people get sad and then they get mad at themselves for being sad. Do you see how crazy that is? Being sad is not negative. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Because what you're learning is what you don't want. And once you know what you don't want, then you can say, I don't want that anymore. And then now you know what you want. So don't beat yourself. Don't get mad for being sad. Don't get mad at yourself for being negative. Just wipe the slate clean, Virgo, because you have the ability to change that mindset, all right? And actually, when you change this mindset, your finances are going to look really good. Like it could be a complete turnaround, or you'll see evidence of, it's like you're going to see evidence of your emotional well-being in your financial sector. It's weird. So let's see. King of Wands, the Star, the Magician, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I just gave you that whole spiel and some of you didn't even need it. Meaning you already knew what I was saying. You already did the work. You're already past that. Bravo. Some of you are working on this or will be this upcoming week, but this looks really, really, really nice, Virgo. This is the good news you need, right? So things are looking up. Feeling more confident, feeling like you have something to hope for, to strive for, feeling like you can create again. You may have lost faith in that, but here it is, this very creative energy. Feeling happy with where you're at. And if you had felt detached from all of this goodness around you, you're becoming reattached to it or realigned with it, refocused there. This is so, so good. This is so, so good. I don't even want to clarify any of it. So I really don't, because you need this. You need this, Well, you don't need it because you're creating this. You're headed towards this. I don't know how else to say that. It begins with you. So I feel like, yeah, there's a really strong desire here, a really strong desire to create something that provides fulfillment, or out of a strong desire to get out of this mess, you will find the inspiration to create what it is that you've been lacking. It's like when bad things happen, good things come, you know. Maybe you couldn't see that before now, right? All right, so the Eight of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles is the person you're connecting with. So this person, Virgo, they are in their head a bit stressed. They're trying to fight off temptation. I think this person has a lot of temptation around them. They may be getting a lot of attention or giving a lot of attention. It's interesting because their temptation is like temptation. It's like repeating in my mind. Okay, I get it. This person is seeking satisfaction, that's for sure. Could be sexual, but it doesn't have to be. They are enjoying the attention, that's for sure, whether it's from you or someone else or other areas of their life, because certainly they could be getting attention in career and finances, because that's what was highlighted. And it's allowing this person to feel a little bit more comfortable. It's like they find comfort in getting some sort of accolade or attention. But at the same time, they're a little worried that it won't last, or I don't know, there's like negative thinking creeping in, or kind of stuck in their head a little bit, stressing, feeling like they need to restrict themselves. This is so weird. This is a weird energy. So this person is trying to keep themselves from doing something that they think is temptation. The fact that this person is viewing whatever this is as temptation is a red flag, because temptation implies that it's something they can't have or shouldn't have, which is never the truth, because you can have anything, positive or negative, that you want, and it's available to you. So this person kind of restricts their own success with this type of thinking, or their own ability to pull in some things, so to speak. But I don't think they're going like looking for other ways about it. I think that they're pretty comfortable. I don't see them moving. They're almost kind of lazy. I don't want to say lazy. That's such a negative word. Not lazy, but maybe. I don't know. They could just be having a few days this week where they feel really lazy. But it's like, I'm good where I'm at, you know. Yeah, I still have things that I want, but I'm not going to go towards it because I'm comfortable with where I'm at. So you could be dealing with Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aries, possibly another Virgo or Capricorn or Taurus. Let's do Libra. Is that? I'm just gonna take a second here to get a drink of water and read some of your chat. So if you want to say hi to me. If you haven't had a moment, please do give me a like. I have 825 in here. That's so awesome. Catch up on the chat. You have 3 men coming towards you. Goodness gracious. Hello. Is my face too close? Hey, Barbara. Hey, Erin. I don't usually stop in the middle. I just need a break. Hey, Mamanika. I don't think I said that right. Hey, Teresa. Love you too. Thanks for coming. Thank you for coming. Sorry. Virgo's readings have been so intense lately. Thank you, Zen 11 Tarot. So crazy deep. Virgo and Capricorn really have had some really intense readings, and Sagittarius, obviously. My table broke during Sagittarius. All right, so now we're going to go to Libra. Thank you if you stopped and said hey. Okay, so I do private readings, but not right now. Right now, I've only been doing them for people in my local community, like friends and family. But I'm going to give a free reading away when I hit 100,000. So you guys keep sharing and subscribing, and I hit 100,000, then you could be in a drawing to win a Skype reading live with me. But right now I don't have my website open to the public, no. I wasn't paying attention. All right, so Libra, let's go. Let's get with your Libra. So Libra, the overall energy here is Aries energy. You could have that in your chart or be dealing with one. This is all about being daring, being fierce, being assertive. You may lack a filter this week. I think you got this in your July reading. It can be a very intense energy, but it can also be a bit impulsive. So you're going to want to watch that. It can be very blunt. You're going to want to watch that. So, oh, I have Tracy Chapman playing in my mind. Oh, I love Tracy Chapman. You Got a Fast Car. That's the name of the song. You Got a Fast Car. I don't know what that is. We'll come back to that. That's a song. So this says, my relationships are supposed to feel good, and making peace with my today will improve my future. So this week is going to give you a reminder, Libra, that life is supposed to feel good, you know, and if you have been anywhere but that good feeling, then you have been a bit out of alignment. So this is saying, make peace with whatever's happened in the future, or whoever you need to make peace with in your mind and your heart, and start focusing on the good. All right. And I see you're fired up here. I see that you're fired up. You're feeling driven in this energy. But, you know, it's this week may give you something good, you know, good to be feeling like, how can I get the words out? This week may show you something that makes you feel good, okay? I don't know why I couldn't get that out. Whatever. All right, so who doesn't want to feel good? Oh, Libra. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Where is this headed here? The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So, Libra, there is a good possibility of things coming together for you in a way that's going to make you very happy this week, all right? And I feel like it's stemming from a place where you really had to put yourself out there, or maybe make some radical changes leading up to this moment. So I feel like that's past energy, like you planted a seed out of exhilaration almost. And now you're seeing things come together this week, which is really nice. I just get like this very youthful, playful energy, Libra. So that's available to you to tap into. It's like you just, damn, this is good. I can't even get it out. I really can't get it out. You're walking away from things that don't serve you. You're getting really comfortable with where you're at and who you are. Yet you're keeping that inner child. You're keeping that excitement about you, and things are coming together. You have a lot of support here. Some of you, this is a reconciliation. Okay. For others of you, this is just having universal support to find yourself again in a really, really beautiful way. And it comes from the understanding that relationships are supposed to feel good. And if a relationship doesn't feel good, or even worse, makes you depressed, what other sign are you looking for? And you've come to that realization, Libra, that if this doesn't feel good, there's something off here. Okay. And making peace with that, or some of you making peace with that person. And that helps you to leave the past in the past and get real comfortable with where you're at, and you just feel good. You know, it's like feeling like, okay, I did my best, or you know, it reminds me of the Tracy Chapman song. Although, so let's take apart that song now that I've seen all of the cards. The song Fast Car is actually kind of a sad song. It's about her having a vision for her life and where it was going to go, and needing to change that vision to take care of someone else that could not take care of themselves, and just wanting a fast car. But she's choosing responsibility over what feels exhilarating to her. And that's what you have been doing, Libra, in the past. You have been choosing other things other than what feels exhilarating to you. And this week, you get a chance to focus on what feels exhilarating to you, to get into the fast car, so to speak, energetically. And that is going to feel so good to you. So let's see the person you are connecting with. And even if you don't get the song reference, it's just a good song. It just is. And I remember when we were driving in your car. All right. So this is Three of Wands, Knave of Pentacles, Temperance. Man, Temperance keeps coming out. Sagittarian energy for some of you. This is the person you're connecting with. So this person is making progress, but not really, but yes. There's a bit of delusionment on this person's side, so they're not really seeing everything for what the reality is. They're allowing themselves to be fed, like they're allowing themselves to hear what they want to hear and see what they want to see. Yes, that's true. But they are also making movement forward and growing their own self-confidence and independence in the process. So there is a cover-up, so to speak, or something ingenuine, but it's just surface level. Okay, things and being all confident and stuff, but they're actually lying. They're trying to get you to believe that for whatever reason. They want you to believe that. They really do. It's not exactly the truth. Okay, I need to see what that's about. What's the Knave of Pentacles? Four of Wands. There's still a bit of back and forth energy here. They're having a hard time leaving the past in the past. That's what it is. So it's like this person, they are genuinely making progress, yes, but not as much progress as they would like for you to think or for others to think, because they do still go back and forth about some emotional pain, or on whether they're doing the right thing or not. So there's some uncertainty in this person's energy here. I feel zero uncertainty on Libra's side. Sorry to your cross watcher, if you were wondering. But I do feel it on this person's side, a bit of like a back and forth energy here. And it's like, now in a positive way, this back and forth energy is helping this person to grow their confidence. So they keep that, yes, they do keep coming back to the pain of something. But it's almost like every time they touch that pain, it's like a hot stove, and they remember they don't want it. And it helps them to get more confident about what they don't want by going back to what they don't want. And so they are like in that process. So in a higher vibrational level, it is helping them to move forward, so to speak, but they are doubtful. They're confident and then they're doubtful, and then they're confident and then they're doubtful. So the Chariot does talk about progress, but in this deck, it's coming back to something. So this person may be coming back to something or back to you for some of you. But you're in a whole different place here, okay? So I guess if for the very few of you that have someone coming back, and even though I say a few of you, everybody immediately thinks it's them, but you'll find out this week. If that is what it is, because some of you are experiencing, yes, someone coming, like a reconciliation here, something coming back around, or a person coming back around. And the question you need to ask yourself when this person re-enters for some of you is, does this relationship make me feel good? Does this make me feel good? Can I make peace with that? That's the key question. All right, so you could be dealing with Cancer, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries again. So the one verse of that song, Libra, that keeps playing is to find out what it really means to be living. It's one of the verses in the song. That's the part that keeps playing. So some of you want to find out what it really means to be living. You want it to be exciting? Nothing wrong with that. All right. Scorpio, your card just came flying out over there, so let me go see what it is. Hold, please. So, woo, Scorpio. The overall energy here is Leo. You could be connecting with that sign or have that somewhere in your own birth chart, or it's just simply the energy that you're in this week. This is expressive and being creative, being loving, being playful. You know, that's being encouraged, or that's the energy that you're embodying during this upcoming week. It is a very confident energy. But it can also be a very excessive energy or a bit egotistical. So you're going to want to make sure, I guess, that you're keeping your balance within that. Man, your cards are flying. Oh my gosh, some of you are connecting with Libra. This is the exact same card they had. But this says, my relationships are supposed to feel good. So this is the second week in a row that you and Libra have had similar messages. So ask yourself that, okay? If a relationship only brings you misery or stress or anxiety or a headache, that's not how relationships are supposed to feel. All right, so let that be your emotional compass when deciding which connections to, I guess, put your time and energy towards and which connections to pull back from, because it should feel good, right? Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have disagreements and that you don't need to work on it. So don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not being impractical, Scorpio. I'm just saying the majority of the time should not be a struggle. Yes, expect struggles, but that should be the minority. So are you in a connection where that's the minority or the majority? And that's your answer, right? So just keep that in mind. Also, when you're feeling good, you tend to pull into you other people and connections that make you feel even better, which is great. So, you have the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. That's that headache I was talking about, okay? Some of you, I could be literal, but it's really just feeling disconnected. That's the best way I could say it. But the good news is, Scorpio, that's just a blip on the radar, this disconnected feeling, because what comes right after it is enlightenment, is answers that you've been seeking. Okay, so I feel like, Scorpio, there's this sense of, looking for some answers. That is point blank period what is here. Okay, so some of you are looking to gain a higher understanding of a connection, of a relationship, because that's what's being highlighted. But it could also be a higher understanding of how things work in life in general, or how to pull in more financial well-being, because some of you are thinking about starting like an entrepreneurship or a new career, and or something that will bring you the ability to be self-sufficient, because self-sufficient should have been Scorpio's tagline for 2020, because that's what it's all about for you. That's what your readings have been saying since January. Self-sufficient, self-sufficient. That's what you want. You don't really want to answer to anyone, okay, so to speak. But at the same time, it's just, you do feel a bit disconnected at times this week. Just getting in your own head, just getting into this negative headspace, but I do feel it's just a blip on the radar, Scorpio, and then the wheels are turning, right? Or you get some information or communication or an insight that helps you understand the situation better, okay? Or helps you understand the relationship better, because you've definitely been thinking about, what's best for you, like trying to figure out what would be in your highest good, or like what is the most right thing to do, okay? And so the answer, I feel, is here for you this week. And some of you need to ask yourself that question. Well, how do you feel? What emotion does this situation, person, job, whatever this is, create inside of you or trigger inside of you? And why is that? And is that something you want to heal, or is that something you want to release? That's part's up to you, but there is some sort of information coming in. Like I said, for some of you, it's straight up communication, like physical communication. But it could also be like enlightenment, downloads. You may be getting messages, just like going about your day, maybe at work or whatever, and then that you just like get a light bulb moment or something. For some of you, it's in like a dream state, or when you meditate. It's when your mind is distracted that your intuition is speaking to you. So like, I'm getting frustrated trying to explain this to you, Scorpio. You don't need me to explain this, because you're intuitive and you know this. But it's like your intuition is really, really heightened when you're doing something with your hands that's keeping you busy. Like it's keeping your physical body busy, but it's something you're really familiar with, so you don't really need to pay attention to the task at hand. And you're actually going into like a meditative state in your brain, if that makes sense. And you're getting a lot of answers and downloads. Your inner self is speaking to you. It could be while you're driving, or like I said, doing something with your hands. So let's see. I got all excited for you. So let's see what the person you're connecting with is. What's their energy? Person you are connecting with. They're the Ten of Wands, Temperance, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so Scorpio, this person they feel really heavy in this energy, but at the same time, they're ready to drop that. Okay, so whatever they've been carrying around, whatever baggage they've been holding on to, they're ready to drop it, or they have dropped it, you know, and this person is like wanting to be more confident in who they are, and they're in a very independent energy. So you both are in very self-sufficient energies or striving for that. But this person is like, I have a 311 song in my head. All mixed up, don't know what to do. Yeah, something like that. This person is, you know, they want to be independent and confident, and they are, or they're embracing that, but they also really want to be taken care of. So that's kind of a contradiction, because in one respect, Scorpio, this person is like, oh, I can do all of this all by myself, blah, 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 blah. But then at the same time, they want to be catered to. They want to be taken care of. They want to feel protected. They want, yeah. They want to be pursued, okay? Whether that's by you or not by you. They want to be pursued. They want to feel like, oh my God, I have Shania Twain in my head. Man, I feel like a woman. Or a man. They want to feel like a man or a woman, whatever. It's gender neutral. But yeah, you get what I mean, right? They want to, yeah, be pursued. Period. At the same time, they don't, because they want to be independent. So all mixed up, don't know what to do. This person is maybe even sending mixed messages. You know? So, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, that's what I have for their energy. For some of you, this person may be unavailable, because the King of Pentacles in this deck is like being unavailable, like literally unavailable. They may have another energy around them that's really protective of them. All right. This, I feel like if you're, especially like if this is a third party, they may have another person that keeps them, that's very protective, that kind of dictates what they do. So they may try to hide their desires here, because they feel they have to. That's if you have a third party. That's just for a few of you. That's like an extra message. So it's like this person stays away, but not because they don't want to, not by their choice. It's because there's someone here blocking them, or just like all like controlling them or protecting them, something like that. So now that song I'm in. So I'll wait for you. That was 1950. That song's been so annoyingly in my head. Okay, Sagittarius. You could be doing with a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, a Leo for sure, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. my gosh, I have 900 people in here. That's amazing. Thank you. If you're new to me, welcome. Also, if you could give me a like, that would be super awesome. Okay. Only if you want to, but if you want to, that'd be cool. All right, so Sagittarius. No pressure. Sagittarius. You have Libra energy and Mercury here, okay, which is your communication sector. So Sagittarius, this is an interesting combination. You certainly could be dealing with Libra or Gemini. For others of you, it's just saying that you have this really strong urge, Sagittarius, to have this like harmonious, cooperative, balanced energy around you. You are wanting to feel more in this confident space that maybe you've had a hard time reaching for in the recent past. All right, you might have been really being judgmental, decisive. Uh-oh, I didn't see when my reading cut off. See, I don't look at the camera because it throws me off when I read your chats. And like but sometimes I don't know when I stop going live. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. All right. So yes, I feel like be careful about being too judgmental towards yourself this upcoming week. All right, because it's all about your thoughts and how you're thinking about things and how that's affecting your perception. You know, analyze information and learn from it, Libra or Sagittarius. Learn from it. Don't judge yourself from it. Learn from it. Okay, so this is bringing about an awareness. Also, what you believe is possible for you is what's possible for you. And listen, I've said this to you, Sagittarius, on several different occasions and several different readings. And for some reason, it keeps coming up. So some of you maybe you need to hear the encouragement that whatever you believe is possible for you is possible for you. So believe in much bigger than what you're currently believing in, because that's what you want to strive for, right? So you might be getting some communication that helps you move things along this upcoming week, or helps you to get the full picture, to think about where you're going in the future. Oh, go to this card. And then you have, I can attract relationships that agree with my desire. Think about that statement. I can attract relationships that agree with my desire. So essentially that means, you know, you attract your tribe, right, Sagittarius? You are who you hang with. I mean, there's lots of different ways to say it, but you tend to attract to you what you feel about yourself to some degree or another. So if you're in this very balanced state, in this, and you're wanting harmony, and that's your desire is to have that, then you definitely might attract that cooperation in other people this upcoming week. All right. So, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Okay, I have Phil Collins playing in my head. I can feel it. That has the best drum. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. You know, and then the drums that pop, 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 pop. Anyways, it's a good song. So the message that I take away from that song, Sagittarius, is that you feel something coming, but you don't have proof of it yet, but it's coming. And you can feel it. You know, you can just feel it. Because now I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. The Weeknd. So it's like some of you that may have put some fear into you because you're like, what? Um, but don't come from a place of fear, because I feel this is good. So it's like feeling something or the urge to go towards something because you know that it's going to turn out good, right? So like you have an inkling, Sagittarius, that you feel it coming, right? You're in disbelief at this current moment. You may find it hard to understand what I'm saying right now, but I want you to come back to this reading at the end of the week, okay? So, because you're starting out the energy with not really believing in yourself so much. Yes, you're trying to put your mind there, but your heart is having a little bit of difficulty following because there's been things that were shrouded from you, things that it just doesn't feel real. I get like the surreal feeling. Surreal. So in your mind, it's too surreal to be real. Does that make sense? But because it is surreal, it will become real. I don't know how else to explain that to you. So something, is making more sense to you this upcoming week, okay? If there was deception, if there were things being covered up, you know what? You're just blocking that out. You know what it is, and you've seen it for what it is, and you've thought about it long enough, but now you're more interested in thinking about your next steps, your heart's desire. Where is this headed? Your passions. All right? But make sure that you bring self-love with you along the way, Sagittarius, or you won't make it very far, right? Because there is the Ace of Cups in the reverse here, which is a bit disconnected from your emotional being. You're being driven more by your passion than your emotions this upcoming week because you don't trust your emotions. That's what it is. You don't trust your emotional self. Maybe you've been let down emotionally in the past and you're just blocking it out. And you're trying to put your focus then on your desires, what you want, your passion, and trying to build up that. But there's this over here. So if you think that there is deception within love in particular, you have totally closed off to that situation or person. All right? Some of you, what you don't see coming is, I don't know how to explain it to you. You're going to get confirmation either way. So some of you are expecting the worst and you're going to get the worst. And I don't mean that like terrible things are going to befall you, but you may be expecting like you may feel anxious about something coming in that you don't want, and it's right behind you. So you could definitely manifest that. And I would say it's a deceitful situation that happened in love that may resurface. Or some of you may be so hyper focused on what you want and excited that things are coming in for you that excitement totally overrides this situation, and that's what comes in for you. So I feel like it's either or this week. It's weird. So let me see what your person is doing. Let me see what your person is up to. What's this? Okay. So they have the Five of Cups. So they're uncertain over here, or you might be uncertain. The Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Wheel. So Sagittarius, I feel like the person that you are connecting with, there's uncertainty around the situation. This person may have been at a distance from you or somewhat emotionally distant. You could have felt like you were giving more than you were getting in this dynamic, or they were feeling that way, or both. But this person's getting some sort of clarity here, and then there is divine timing. Divine timing, what is that about? The Ten of Swords. The Five of Wands. Okay. Some of you have a stalker. I don't know how else to say that. It could be the person you're sitting next to. They're stalking you. Your phone, watching everything you do, online. They're aware of everything. All right, some of you, this person is not in your life anymore, but they watch from a distance, and then they watch more from a distance, and then they watch more from a distance, and they've been doing this for a long time. So either you have an untrusting person in your current life that you're actually interacting with this week, or you have someone that you've cut off. For most of you, it's someone that you cut off, because I can see that here. And they're watching and they're watching and they're watching and they're waiting and they're waiting and they're waiting and they're getting all hurt over here, you know, or it's like, or they're seeing your hurt. What the hell? Excuse my language. But it's like, I feel like this person actually wants to make it right, so they're not just lingering just to linger because they're trying to be creepy. I don't think this person's trying to be creepy. I think that they're just like maybe waiting for the right time to apologize or to make things right, or, you know, like someone has regrets. That could be you or them. So they're waiting for the right timing, right? They're like checking to see, like, are they still hurt? Okay, not the right time. Or like, what are they doing? Okay, not the right time. Like that. Waiting to gain some sort of information here. Waiting for things to come back around. They might have even been waiting for you to make progress towards them. They're not seeing that. It's frustrating. Why aren't they seeing that? Because you're thinking about what you want. You're thinking about things that exhilarate you. You know, this person could be stuck in the past somewhat. You know? This person's waiting on the right timing to express either some sort of regret or some emotion that they've been very uncertain about whether they should or should not communicate to you. And you don't see that. You don't see that coming, or you don't see that in this person. You may have no freaking clue that this is going on over here because you're all like in Sagittarius land, you know. Some of you know, but you're ignoring it. I think most of you don't even know the depth of it. I really don't, but take it as it resonates. If I may offer some advice to your cross watcher, there is no right timing. There is no wrong timing. There is only now. So why waste yet another day, another minute, another second of your life waiting? Because you never have to wait. It's all right now. It's all right now. Your life is right now, and in this second, and in this second, and in this second. And every second before this moment is already gone. So, you know, if either have the courage to take action or have the courage to let go of the need to. But either way, there is no reason for you to stay in this waiting energy, not 1 second longer, not 1 second longer. So your suffering will end when you decide you want it to, by making a choice that you hadn't made before. And it's a very small choice. And the choice is to choose something else. Choose another emotion, choose another thought, choose another focus. So that would be my encouragement to your cross watcher. Could be dealing with Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag. I have all the signs here. Capricorn, Virgo. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But, I mean, truthfully, I have all the elements, so it could be any zodiac sign. Okay. Capricorn. Yeah. Capricorn. Capricorn, you have Virgo energy here. All right, so you could be connecting with a Virgo or have that in your chart, or it's just simply the energy around you. This is all about your everyday habits. And you know what they say, Capricorn? If you want to make major changes in your life, change your everyday habits, because that's where it begins. Because it's your life is nothing but an accumulation of your everyday habits. Think about it. So that's all highlighted for you this upcoming week, Capricorn. Looking at your, it was here and then it was gone. Your routine, that's what it is. Taking a look at your routine this upcoming week. This is a very insightful energy. It's also very health oriented, so you may want to pay attention to your health and your diet this week. Some of you may want to try, if you believe in cleanses, I think that your body would be very grateful. Can I pull the word out for that? Especially if you've been feeling like an anxious or a nervous energy. Like a cleansing of your diet will help you to feel more at ease. Okay. Be careful not to get too judgmental towards yourself here, Capricorn, as that's a possibility this upcoming week. And I do feel like there's a few signs in particular that I think are really hard on themselves. And Capricorn, you're one of them. Virgos, I think, are really hard on themselves, and Scorpio. But, you know, ease off if you've been being difficult to yourself. So then the cards say, my imagination attracts all cooperative relationships, and life is supposed to be good for me. Exactly. Life is supposed to be good for me. So Capricorn, that's what I was saying just a minute ago, is don't be so hard on yourself. It's not all serious. It's not all so complex and complicated, and you know, it should be enjoyable. It should be equal parts enjoyable, if not all enjoyable. And once you get into an alignment, you really can get very close to having constant enjoyment in your life. It's possible for you. But you have to imagine that that's possible. So this is also saying tap into your imagination, as that will offer up to you what it is that can help bring you closer to what makes you feel good. How many of us entertain our imagination as adults? Very few. Why? Because we don't need to. We live in a digital age where we don't need imagination. I have TV to tell me who to be, and I have my phone to tell me how to feel about myself. And I have other people's ideas that I can base my own ideas off of. It's really easy. And that's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing more satisfying than an original thought. And that can only be derived from imagination. So tap into your imagination. Allow your mind to create all of the scenarios that could play out in your life that you would like, that you would love, that would be your ideal. And I feel like you'll get some good ideas that you can actually put into your practical reality. Okay, and it starts with paying attention to your daily health habits. Thank you for the super chat, Raina. Yeah. So Then you have the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Four of Swords here. Let me show this to you. So I feel like, you know, the energy here, Capricorn, is really, really nice. And actually, I just noticed that I rotated that, so I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. I feel like there is a lot of equal give and take here within a connection, or at least the possibilities of that this upcoming week. It's really nice. There's a bit of uneasiness, unrest, okay? Some of you may feel really restless in regarding to one specific connection for a lot of you, all right? And I guess the questions that you need to ask yourself is, does this feel good for me? Is this good for me? And I think for a lot of you, yes, you know, because you have the Six of Pentacles, which is someone that could be a good counterpart. The Lovers here, possibly a twin flame for some of you if you believe in that, or just this really a connection that brings equality. It could be intimate or platonic, or it could just be simply giving to yourself what you deserve if it's not someone else. But you know, it's like you need to get really in touch with your imagination, right? Some of you are having a hard time with your sleeping patterns, or you may have some unrest in your dream state, Capricorn, this upcoming week for whatever reason. But I think it's because you're on overdrive or hyperdrive is what I heard. And what are you in hyperdrive about? Well, you're thinking about everything. You're thinking about everything. But most importantly, this connection for a lot of you, okay? So let's see. Your reading for July, your person wasn't lining up with you. Now, Capricorn, I felt like you were really close to alignment, actually. Your cards looked amazing. And they still look very positive. But the person you were connecting with, they were a bit nonsensical in their approach. They weren't quite where you were at. All right, so let's see. The Chariot, the Moon, and then Justice. So I feel like Capricorn, you have movement forward here, okay? And the ability to make progress here. But this person is stuck in the past. This person is stuck on some sort of abuse. It could be abuse. I can't get that. I can't get away from that word. Abuse. This could stem from like their childhood even. But there's some sort of, and to the degree that I mean abuse is going to be different for all of you. Some of you it's straight up like physical abuse. For others of you it's on an emotional level, or just this person, they equate love with pain because they've experienced some sort of traumatic pain within their being, whether that was from you or before you or whatever. This is really deep-seated into their consciousness. Love them and leave them. That's what I heard. What the hell? Love them and leave them. I'm not saying that's what this person is doing. I actually don't know what that message is about. That could be a repeated pattern in this person's life where like the people they love leave them. And they fear that, and so they perpetuate that by being the first to leave because they fear being left, right? So that's so freaking specific. I'm telling you that if it's for you, it's for you, you'll know. So they feel justified in their actions because that's the emotional space that they're coming from, where it's like leave or be left. And I'm not saying this person is actually leaving, but they may have trouble taking responsibility for their emotional well-being. And they may try to place blame on things and people external to them for the way that they feel. Yeah, so you see, this person isn't quite on the same page. Thank you, Karma B. They feel justified in it. I don't know why I feel the need to clarify this, but I'm going to. So the good news is that this person is getting another perspective here about emotional pain. This person could be doing some shadow work. All right, they're trying to get balanced and a new perspective, or they are gaining that through this experience. All right, I don't know how you're connected to this person, Capricorn, because you're not even vibing at the same levels. But maybe the connection is so strong that it stays put even when you're in different worlds, so to speak, or totally different energies here. Because I feel like, yeah, you feel a little uneasy this upcoming week, and you're in deep thought, but you still feel the connection. You may need to use your imagination to figure out a solution here, or to explore like all the possibilities outside of this person. Not saying that this is not an important person to you, but you need to imagine all the possibilities in your life that don't deal with this person. Not that they can't come along with you, but your entire focus of your life cannot be on this person. It cannot be on anything that's external to you, because you will set yourself up for failure. Why? Because we're finite beings. We're finite. So everything comes to an end. And if you're placing all of your power into other people, and you know that everything will come to an end at some point, naturally, because we're finite, then you're giving your power away left and right, and you're setting yourself up to go into a major depression when that external thing or person or connection is removed from your life, because you've given all of your value to it. So can I provide you that caution? It's not that you shouldn't have a strong connection, but just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn. See, I have some chats going on. What's going on in the chat today? Anything I should know about, Carmen? I saw you guys chatting in the private chat. Oh, you gotta go? Okay. I'm not trying to ignore the chat. It's really hard to stay focused and read the chat at the same time. But I see that there's a lot going on today, so I hope we're keeping it kosher, right? Anyways. So, Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, so someone left me a comment. Now, believe it or not, I don't get a whole lot of trolls and negative comments on my page. I really don't. And so I'm always surprised when I do. I don't want to say surprised, but it sticks out to me more because it's not the norm. But there was this one girl who was mad that I connect with Aquarius so well because I am an Aquarius. And I thought, huh? First of all, I can't help that I'm an Aquarius and that I connect easily with the sign of Aquarius. I couldn't change that if I wanted to change that. Okay, so don't take it personal. But you know what else? I am a body of many, many, many facets. And so if it makes you feel better, I also have Scorpio in my chart. I actually have more Scorpio than Aquarius in my chart. I also have Libra in my chart. I have Gemini in my chart. I have Sagittarius in my chart. I have Capricorn in my chart. I have Pisces in my chart. So I don't favor any zodiac sign. I genuinely connect with all, and I genuinely try to give my all to every zodiac sign. But you know what? I'm also an Aquarius. So I'm not going to change that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to change that. And I hope if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm really sorry. But I can read Aquarius really well. I understand them, and they're a very hard zodiac sign to understand. So I'm not going to stop relating to them to make someone else feel better. That's your own problem. All right. Also, if I try to alter my readings because someone doesn't like the way I read, then I'm an inauthentic mess. Because what am I doing? If I let other people's opinion dictate who I am, then I'm not authentic to myself anymore. And what damn sense would that make? Why would you come to a reader that's not authentic? That wouldn't even make sense. So I appreciate that person's standpoint and feedback, but I don't plan on changing who I am at all. But I hear your perspective. Now, that I've won on that rant that I've held in all week. My lovely Aquariuses, you know that I am here for you. And I will always read you the way that I want to read you. So, Aquarius, let's get into it and see. Let's get into it and see. And excuse my rant. Just hit skip if you don't like it. I mean it with love. Okay, so Aquarius. You have the 5th house of passion here. All right. Well, you just saw my passion, right? So, and I think you actually got this last week where it was highlighting your playful side, your more loving side, very interested in passion and what makes you feel good and what makes you laugh, you know? So I feel like Aquarius, if you get in the spot this upcoming week, you know, humor is one of the best ways to pull yourself into a higher vibration, one of the quickest ways. And so Aquarius, finding the humor in life or finding the humor in yourself will be really important for you this week, or something that you're tapping into. Thank you, Melissa. So, yeah, keep it light, keep it light, keep it light. So let's see. This says, by my attraction to things, I am making choices. So I actually really love this card, and I'm going to read it exactly as it says it because I could not say it better. But it says, Aquarius, what people do not understand is that you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I would like some of that. You make your choices by what you give your attention to. So you don't manifest what you say you want. You manifest what you vibrate you want. Does that make sense? And your vibration is determined by where your attention goes, right? So you could say you want all you want. But if your focus is on what you don't want, that's what you're going to get, wherever your focus is, wherever your energy is being directed. All right, so if you're focusing on things that you don't want, then it's simple. You just move your focus onto things that make you feel good, that make you feel passionate, that make you feel playful, that make you laugh, And that could be really hard to do right now because look at the state of the world. I'm not sitting here pretending that there aren't really serious things going on. But if those serious things aren't going on in your living room, then do you really need to give your undivided attention to it? Or are there other things you could be giving your undivided attention to that you do have control over that would make you feel more playful? And so this is what this week is pulling out for you, Aquarius. And or that's what you guys have been doing. Some of you have been doing that, and it's bringing more it's bringing more passion into your life. Okay, wow, this is some powerful shit. Excuse my language. I didn't mean for that to come out like that. You have 3 major arcanas here. You have the moon, the sun, the death card, and then you. Wow. This is powerful. Aquarius, this is really, really, really going to be a powerful week for you. All right, so so where have you been putting your focus and attention, Aquarius? Where have you been putting your focus and attention? Because that's what you're going to manifest this week. So you are in control of that. That's why they call it conscious creation, because who's in control of where your focus is? Someone else or you? You're in the driver's seat. You always have control over where you put your focus. All right. So I pay extra special attention to that this week because I feel like there is some powerful energies here at play. All right. And either you could get overwhelmed emotionally, or you could get so highly high vibrating that you may actually feel like you're high. You know what I'm saying? This is feeling so good, you know, that, you know, it ain't drink or drug induced, right? It's spirit induced. Which reminds me of the Travis Tritt song. And it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. So you choose which one looks more appealing to you. You going to give focus here or focus here? Either way, there's major changes coming this week. Internal changes, I feel. I don't feel this is external to you. I feel this is internal changes about the way that you see things, about the way that you see yourself, about your perspective. There's transformations happening there. And I think it's internal because look at this depiction here, Aquarius. This is an inside job, okay? This is something that is independent to you, personal to you. So it's like, you know what's up, Aquarius. You know the answer already. You know it. Because I feel like a lot of you have been here. You've been there. You drowned it. It got overwhelming. It sucked you in. It made you feel so disempowered when you gave your attention to whatever this is that took your power from you, that made you feel less than, that made you wonder about what your worth was. You done gave attention to that in the past, so you know how that feels. It feels terrible, right? And it's easy to drown in that. And it's much harder to get back to the surface the farther deep you go. The deeper you go, the harder it is to break the surface. But some of you are breaking the surface this week. Dun, 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 dun. Major change. Getting connected. There could be major changes within the area of your life that's creative and passionate or love for some of you. If you had been feeling overwhelmed, I think you're going to start feeling a lot better. All right. Especially if it's pertaining to Leo or Scorpio or Pisces, because those are the 3 that are highlighted the most. but those could be placements in your chart as well. Oh, if you want to feel good instantly, even if you don't like country, I like all music. Go listen to Travis Tritt, Great Day to Be Alive. This is a damn good song. I love Travis Tritt. I don't like all country. In fact, I like of all the genres, I probably like country the least. But I grew up on country because my family's from the Midwest and Indiana, Kentucky area. So I know a ton of country music because I grew up listening to it. But Travis Tritt was always one of my favorites. So, anyways, let's look at the person that you are dealing with. Okay, so what's really interesting, Aquarius, is that the person that you are connecting with has your energy and their energy. You see? So they're showing up as the Queen of Swords and the Star, which is you, and then the Chariot. So some of you may have Sagittarius in your chart as well, or connected with one because they had a similar message to this. But you're all up in their energy. You are all in their energy, whatever that means for you. That, to me, when I see when I see you in their energy, then that means that this person is holding you there, holding space for you there. Whether they're doing it consciously or subconsciously. Some of them are doing it because they're placing a lot of focus on you and therefore keeping you in their energy. Others of you, it's just because they think about you and they dream about you and they feel for you and it holds you in their energy. And yet this person feels that you are not within reach. Okay, even if you're sitting next to them, they may feel a bit disconnected from you, Aquarius. That could be because you're on cloud 9. If you tapped into this energy, Aquarius, you might be in a different universe. You might be an Aquarian La La Land, right? And if this person isn't in the state of nirvana with you, they may feel hurt about that, actually. They may feel like they're not part of your life, or that you've detached from them, that you're not focused on them. And you're not, to be quite honest with you. You're really not. You're focused on yourself. Some of you are focused on this person, or you think of this person, but it's just they don't see it that way. They feel like you're distracted, even if you're not. So keep in mind that this person's perception isn't necessarily the truth. It's just what they're thinking, they're perceiving based on the information that they have. There's some sort of emotional abuse here because I saw that in Sagittarius's reading. And it's this person's energy, so they may have been emotionally abusive or emotionally abused themselves at some point in their life, where they weren't given the affection, or they were given love but in a hard way. So maybe all they know how to love is the hard way. Like, this person may associate pain with love, which is a really dangerous thought. To associate pain with love is probably the most hurtful lie you could tell yourself, that you must hurt to have love, that if it's not love if it ain't hurt, or it ain't real unless there's some sort of pain associated with it. That's not true. That could have been this person's experience, so they believe that's true for them. But that's not your truth. You might have played into that truth in the past. You might have bought that hook, line, and sinker. But you're not buying that shit no more. No way. Because that's not what love is for you. So, and that's a conscious decision, Aquarius. So some of you have different viewpoints of love, and so you're not necessarily a vibrational match anymore. For others of you, there's healing within the situation, meaning you understand that there's a difference in love languages and you're willing to heal it. You're willing to heal it. You're going to know which group you're in, obviously, because if you're not willing, you're like, hell no. Hell to the no, you know. But some of you are, because Aquarius, you have a very unique nature about you where you can be empathetic towards people that have hurt you. And when I say that to you, Aquarius, you don't think that's very weird, you know? But it is weird and it is unusual. People can give Aquarius a bad name all they want. Oh, they're cold, they're detached, they're this, they're that. But I am telling you what, you bet your ass that your Aquarius will forgive pretty much anything. That doesn't mean that they're going to disrespect themselves or drop their boundaries, but Aquarian people have a very strong empathetic humanitarianist pull to where they prefer to heal things on good terms than to leave it messy. They prefer that. That's why most Aquariuses are still friends with their exes. I would say the majority of Aquariuses can tell you they're friends with their exes. And I'll give you a perfect celebrity example. Jennifer Aniston was decimated by Brad Pitt. Broke her freaking heart. Jennifer Aniston's an Aquarius, by the way. In my opinion, that's unforgivable. Not only did he break her heart, but he done ran off with Angelina and they made a big doo-ha about it, you know. It's so hurtful, right? Now, she just had an award ceremony where she essentially embraced him and they're friends now. And people cannot fathom that. They cannot fathom. How in the world could she be friends with someone that publicly humiliated her? Because she's an Aquarian. That's why. Because it's a unique trait that Aquarius people have to literally forgive and forget. Because to Aquarius, to you, you would rather be at peace than to hold a grudge, than to hold revenge, because that doesn't feel good to you. You don't like that feeling, so you like to have peace. And so Jennifer Aniston most likely did that for her and not him, because she wants peace. But that's a good example. Aquarius, I don't even remember why I went all into that. Because some of you are doing that. You're forgiving somebody that really don't deserve it. They may have humiliated you. Or you have forgiven them. You have forgiven them. That doesn't mean you're going to stay in the connection. Some of you might try to work it out, but you have done what you needed to do on an internal level to release the situation, to reconnect with yourself and get really freaking passionate. Amen. Okay, so let's move on. You know? So that's what I have for you. Yes. So you could be dealing with another Aquarius. I have very specific zodiac signs out. I have Aquarius, I have Cancer, I have Scorpio, I have Leo, I have Pisces. Those are the predominant, and Aries at the bottom of the deck. All right? Yeah. They say Jennifer won. I don't think of life as like victor and victim. I think it's just amazing that she found it in her heart to forgive. But then not surprising, because she's an Aquarius. So I know that I have done that. I know that I am capable of that as well. And I have done it. I have forgiven and invited people back into my life. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. So... that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I got really fired up for you. I hope you have a good week. And cross watchers that have been hurt by an Aquarius, here's what I want to say to you, because I get a lot of you, and most of you have been hurt by an Aquarian man, which I will tell you, there's a difference between Aquarius women and Aquarian men. Yes, there is. No offense to my Aquarian men, but I would not date one. Just saying. But just please know that your encounter with the Aquarius that hurt you, that is not a representation of all Aquariuses. There are good and bad in every zodiac sign. You know, we all have choices in life about, do we want to reach for our highest vibration or our lowest vibration? You know, and it's not just Aquarius, it's any zodiac sign. All the zodiac signs have good and bad, good and bad. And it's up to the person which energy that they hone in on. Now, I'm always going to read for the highest good. That's why I'm not going to get into the trenches with you and be like, oh, this person's a jerk and you should cut them off. Because that's not what spirituality is about. I'm not going to join you in the low. I'm going to give you a message for the highest good. That's what you need to hear. That's what they need to hear. So, yeah. Let go of that thought that all people under that zodiac sign are a certain way, okay? Because I see that a lot, and it's always a cross watcher that leaves that comment. It's always a cross watcher that's been hurt, and they're coming from a place of hurt, and that's all it really is. All right, so Pisces. Pisces, you have conjunction here, which is all about self-empowerment. Oh my gosh, this goes right with your reading. I posted your reading yesterday, and it was all about claiming your power and empowerment. So check that reading out. This is, you know, joining forces, feeling strong. It's a very concentrated energy, but it can also be a bit overwhelming. Okay, Pisces, so caution with that, but let this energy empower you, whatever this is that's coming forward this upcoming week. And then it says, I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Monica and Ladays. Pisces, it says, if you're negatively focused and you're not feeling good, you can only attract from your point of vibration, okay? So again, the best way to get empowered is to start putting focus on things that make you feel empowered. You know, think about, when I choose this thought, does it make me feel empowered or disempowered? When I choose this emotion, does it make me feel empowered or disempowered? When I choose this connection, this job, this food selection, right? Our brain is constantly churning out, asking us, do you like that? Do you not like that? Do you like that? Do you not like that? And that's how we create our reality, by giving attention to either the like or the dislike, right? So give more attention to the like, all right? And I feel like you have a like mind here coming through for you this upcoming week, Pisces, with this co-creation type of energy. So I feel like you have a like mind here, so to speak, all right? So recent past energy is the Devil. Then you have the Page of Pentacles, Pisces, then the Wheel. That flew out, the Star in the reverse. So, Pisces, I feel like there is, I don't want to say a high likelihood, because I don't want to put that thought into your mind. But Pisces, there is an energy here of giving your attention to thoughts that disempower you. So some of you have been stuck in a cycle like that, where you were giving your focus to negative emotions, or daily habits that don't serve you, or overindulgence, things like that, temptation for some of you. But there's some sort of new potential here coming forward, and it's like fortune favoring you, right? So there's an ability to have like that's a weird, I keep wanting to say these two words, fortune and favorite. Some of you are the favorite. I don't know what that's about. But I just feel like there's all this potential here. Now, whether you grab that potential or not is going to depend on what energy you're honing in on. So start feeling really empowered, okay? There's divine timing here and success, but there's a lack of faith. So I don't really care for that. It's like you have the energy here this upcoming week to pull in some sort of fortunate event, or I keep getting those two words, fortunate and favorite. Maybe it'll come together. I don't know. But then there's a disbelief here, a disbelief or a lack of faith, a lack of hope, a lack of healing. So some of you have like a really negative energy in your environment. Like, and if you entertain this connection, it's going to pull you into the trenches with this person. So it's almost like essentially the little rant that I went on right before I started Pisces readings about why I don't give messages that aren't in someone's highest good. Go back and watch that. But it's like you're getting into like this thought or person has the ability to create or pull you into the trenches with them. You know, you might be obsessively thinking about, oh, I heard something you can't have, something you think you can't have. Well, the very thought that I can't have creates and puts into motion exactly that, which is lack, which is not having. Get rid of that thought. Erase that thought. How about don't want? Because why would you want this energy? Why would you want to be pulled into a negative space? Why would you entertain this? Ask yourself that. All right? Because there's new potential here and the timing is right. And it's like, oh, okay. Fortune favors the favored. Fortune favors the favorite. I don't know what that means. Fortune favors the favorite. I gotta clarify that. I'm sorry, it's gonna drive me nuts. What's the star? You may feel like you're the favorite. No, you feel like someone else is the favorite. There's something to do with that here. Okay, I think this is a family issue, what I'm picking up on, but it can be within relationships or career. But it's like, who decides who the favorite is? You do. You're the favorite. Damn it. You're the star of your own show. What are you talking about? There is no other favorite. It's you. You're the creator. It's you. You're the favorite. Fortune favors you. That's what you need to change your mindset. Start telling yourself that. Repeat that. Repeat that mantra. Repeat that mantra. You are the favorite. Actually, there is no favorites, to be quite honest with you. But I'm helping you to narrow down your thoughts. There really isn't. Even if we perceive that, nobody's being favored. It's just everybody's on their own path. Things are happening at their correct pace for each person. Don't pay attention to someone else. Who even gives a crap if they're favored? Who cares? What does that have to do with your worth? What does that have to do with yourself? You disempower yourself when you start looking external to you, especially if you're looking at other people thinking like, well, why are good things happening to them? You know, and not me, or maybe you're not being that obtrusive about it, but, you know, maybe it's like getting stuck in that thoughts of like, well, you know, fortune doesn't favor me. But it does. But it does. And if you're not resonating with that, then it could be someone feels that way about you and they're trying to lower your self-esteem by pulling you down to their level. And this is saying, you know, not to entertain that because you'll disempower yourself by entertaining that. You know, have you ever hung out with someone that really feels crappy about themselves? And it gets draining after a while. You know, you can only tell a person that's going to be okay so many times before you're like, you know what? It's probably not, you know, I don't know. Where you lose empathy. You lose empathy because it's like this person is always trying to pull those strings, always trying to get that response. And they start to create their own victimhood. And you can join them in that, but you'd be awfully miserable doing so. And I'm not saying don't have empathy, but some of you, the damn empathy ran out, you know, or it's like I want new. I want to focus on things that make me feel good, and I want to be the fortunate, the favored fortune. Some of you got negative Nancy. What's this? I don't know. Let's see what your person's energy is. The Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups. So, yeah. Think about my first reaction there. I said, as soon as I saw this person's energy, I was like, aw. I felt empathy for them. I think I felt that in your reading too. But you know what? I'm not sitting in your physical shoes, Pisces, so don't let how I'm feeling influence you. But that's what I felt. And maybe that was your approach. This person, they disempower themselves by thinking that they need you to comfort them. They really do. They do themselves a disservice because what they really need to learn is the ability to comfort themselves. Because as I said in earlier readings, we are finite beings. All things will come to an end. I know people hate to hear that because they're like, wow, that's really sad. But it's true. Either death is going to end it or it comes to a natural end within the life cycle. But all things come to an end. So if you don't love yourself at the end of the day and you're dependent on other people to provide that love for you and those people go away, you're going to be an awful mess. You're going to be an awful mess because you have given your entire well-being to someone else to handle. And that's what this person does. They want that reassurance. They want that softness. They want that attention. All right. And don't forget, this could be interchangeable, Pisces. It could be you that is very dependent on someone to tell you you're pretty or that you're great or that you're hot or that you're loved. Maybe you constantly need external affirmations to make you feel okay, because it could be you. And then that same message applies to you. But it's actually showing up in their energy as them, so take it as it resonates. That's what I feel this is. It's a very needy energy of like, tell me I'm loved. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm great. Tell me I'm this. I need to hear this. Like using that as fuel to create confidence. It's a false sense of confidence. If your confidence derives from someone else's opinion of you, that is false confidence. Because what if their opinion changes and then you're not that great? Then you're going to believe you're not that great because your confidence derived from that person believing you were great. They believed I was great and I'm great. Oh, they don't believe I'm great anymore. Oh my God, I am a failure. You see how that works? Why set yourself up like that? Or if it's the cross watcher, then your cross watcher is setting themselves up for a major burn later on. It may feel satisfying now in the moment, but later on, it's not. It's a faulty foundation. It's a false sense of confidence. So yeah. I feel like there's like Some of you, there's two different people here. One that's toxic as hell and one that is on the same page as you. And you'll know because one disempowers you and one empowers you. For others of you, it's just like you could let this negativity suck you in, or you could focus on the potential here. And your person over here, they want attention, they want love, they want passion, they want attention, they want attention, they want attention. I don't know how else to say that. So you could be dealing with Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Virgo, Taurus, Leo, Sag, Pisces, another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my God, I've been here for 3 hours. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I just love, love, love all the continued support. It just makes my day. And if you haven't yet, do follow me on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook and Instagram following is so small compared to YouTube. I guess maybe I'm not that exciting. I don't know what it is. But you can follow me there if you want. I do go live on Facebook. I don't do tarot, but I just talk about astrology and what I'm feeling and whatever I have going on. So those are linked down in the description box below. Also, if you like my clothing, you can check out my sister's boutique. It's an online boutique. It's a small business. She's the only owner of it. So if you want to support small business and check out my sister's clothes, which I'm always dressed in most of the time, then that link is on the community section of my page. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it at that. And I just love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me today. And until next time, namaste.